With some rags and riches early on. So I take my tour on July 5th. Yeah. I figure I might as well go ahead and get that motherfucker out of the way.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
I needed to ask Caleb when was how long it take him to move in.
When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
No. I'm moving to a complex up in Sydney. No, I'm talking about, you know how certain apartments, they probably like you take your tour, like, okay, yeah, boom, 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 and then they probably have you like move in like either later that month or next month or the month after, like that. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Rags and riches,
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They find some open field here. All the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They really want to goddamn play against this nigga.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
He called that nigga a bum.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
He called that nigga a bum. Clay's crazy. Clay's crazy for that. Yeah. Dan Jackson's not no bum, bro. A bum?
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great
that's
play
a fact. But they call a nigga a bum though, like.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive.
4th time now.
3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chase Young able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Back to throw. Crawford. Into heavy traffic, and
I can't see, bro. Hold on.
off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left-sided, it's complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for Philly.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
Fucking God, bro.
Next time out, run the football. Don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action. Show your
Okay, we got this.
confidence in him and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Crawford. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We were around the races of
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Yeah.
Trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
On 2nd down now, Crosby, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Working with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Crosby. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down now, Crosby, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try the left side. Crosby. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh my God.
Right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But there's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Off the play fake, Crawford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. On second down, Gaines. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guy point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. But I think but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Wow, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off play action, Crawford. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is
approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. The play fake. Crawford slings this deep from McLaurin. Too high.
Another catch too.
And incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Off play action. Crawford slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my fucking God, bro. What is that, man?
On first down, Crosby. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 3. That one complete. Elliott powering his way forward. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good. Not much, too.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, Crawford lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 96 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about we're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, They've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Off the play fake. Crawford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Crawford. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they can't bring him down. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And they'll run again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Noah Gray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. That's the quarterback Butker is on target. The lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh my God, bro.
Complete. And he
You
takes
can
us up to the
run it,
40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second
Jigga.
down now. Crosby. That's his
Was
face
good.
off. And he'll work it
Fuck you,
across
my boy. I ain't
midfield
talked to you in a
inside the
minute.
45. In
Nothing
Washington
much.
territory
Just
now.
been,
Here's
you know,
first and 10 at the
chilling.
43. Back
I've
to
been
throw
working,
here.
bro.
Throwing for his
Nah,
running back, and he's
fun.
got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the
Y'all go to Caleb's the other day?
If I could put my defensive cap
They
on
might
right
have.
now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big
I
plays
was gonna
now.
say, y'all
They
did. I
control
was
this
gonna pull up
game
the other day,
early,
but
and all they want to do is
I
see it through to the end.
fucking
I
working
think they
Durham,
let
and
their
that ain't
guard
gonna
down
work.
a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up any
Nah,
big plays, you
I
don't hit as
was
fast as you should.
don't go there. They
Well, kind
going
of
to
got to
the
give him
mall.
credit.
That
Another
nigga Josh
incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make
Oh, when
plays
y'all going
outside the
today or
pocket.
Yeah,
tomorrow?
he's been hemmed in for much of the
today.
game.
It
How
was
can
like
you
he
get
on the way
outside
to
there?
get me.
And that's what you want to see
Oh,
from
okay,
your
so y'all going
quarterback.
tomorrow,
He's
probably
not
with
giving
y'all.
up on this game, so every other player on
I
the field
told
has to
this
say to
nigga to
himself,
wait.
I can't
He
give up either.
anxious.
A nice throw here, right side. He hauls it
The
in.
hell at the mall he
And
want
they're
to
going
go
to have
for?
another first down here
So
as the
I fixed
tackle's
his
made at
chain, I think.
Washington's 14.
Tell that nigga go tomorrow.
That's what
Inside
I'm
the red
saying,
zone.
bro. Like
Looking to throw.
he be wanting to plan stuff last minute. I just told that nigga, I was like, I'm on
We're
my
here
own.
to
You pick
discuss
me up.
red zone
I ain't
efficiency a
driving
lot, Cindy,
nowhere.
and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular
I'm gonna
delight in
get
their
the
red
solo
zone
game in
coverage because
before
those
you get here,
Take it
though.
into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
and I'm about to get this
A
dub.
great effort there.
Do what you gotta
His
do, my
fifth
boy.
touchdown now on the year. And the
This
Eagles
nigga
reach
gonna
for
text me
another
pulling up this
on
whore.
that deficit.
Alright, y'all.
Bro.
Calling it good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Up to midfield. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a
I
new
ain't
game
got no
now.
time,
No
but
lie. Now a give, right side. Gaines. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gaines. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run on first down. Weaver, and he'll work this forward for about
Making
3
these
and
timeout.
second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run again here with Weber. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Bro, what?
Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 6. He's got Mooney. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On third down, Crosby. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Finding some room at midfield. Room here to run. And finally taken down at the 34. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. Oh, what a juke into space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big offensive explosion.